Navigating the four quadrants of realities. You cannot choose the reality which you prefer if you have arrived at the conclusion that your current reality is not changeable, that it is the only reality that is real, and that you are doomed to experience this unwanted reality, over and over again. Someone who was sick before and has experienced healing, has changed his reality. Someone who was poor and has become rich, has changed his reality. Someone who is depressed and is now joyful, has changed his reality. If your reality cannot be changed, that means that no improvement is possible. It means that your reality is fixed and final. It means that you should just give up trying to change your reality as it is already cast in stone. Top left quadrant. The absence of what you want reality. You are experiencing a reality where what you want is absent. The emotion in this quadrant is anxiety. Top right quadrant. The presence of what you want reality. You are experiencing a reality where something that you want is present. The emotion in this quadrant is satisfaction. Bottom left quadrant. The presence of what is not wanted. You are experiencing a reality where what is unwanted is still present in your life. You are unable to get rid of something unwanted that is currently present in your life. The emotion in this quadrant is frustration, hopelessness, powerlessness. Bottom right quadrant. The absence of what you do not want. You are experiencing a reality where what is unwanted is absent, where what is unwanted is no longer present. The emotion in this quadrant is appreciation, satisfaction, gratefulness, empowerment. Top left and bottom left are the unpreferred quadrant. They are colored red. Top right and bottom right are the preferred quadrant. They are colored green. How can you be in the reality of the preferred quadrant? Your thoughts determine which reality quadrant you will be in. To be in the reality of the top left quadrant, you have to focus on what you do not want. By focusing on what you do not want, you will end up in the reality of the top left quadrant. Emotionally, by being anxious, you will continue to remain in this reality. To be in the reality of the bottom left quadrant, you have to focus on the unwanted that is present in your life. By focusing on the unwanted that is present in your life, you will end up in the reality of the bottom left quadrant. Emotionally, by being frustrated and continuing to be frustrated, you will remain in this reality. By feeling hopeless, you will remain in this reality. By feeling powerless, you will remain in this reality. To be in the reality of the top right quadrant, you have to focus on what you want. By focusing on what you want, you will end up in the reality of the top right quadrant. Emotionally, by feeling satisfied, you will remain in this reality. To be in the reality of the bottom right quadrant, by virtue of the fact that what is unwanted in your life is no longer in your reality, you are focusing on being grateful. Emotionally, by focusing and appreciating the things that you have, by feeling satisfied, by feeling empowered, you will continue to remain in the reality of the bottom right quadrant. Every quadrant has its emotional frequency. When you change your emotions, you change which reality you will be in. It is not possible for you to be satisfied and be on the top left or bottom left quadrant. It is not possible for you to be frustrated and be in the top right and bottom right quadrant. Where you are emotionally, will determine which quadrant of reality you will be in. Which reality you arrive at depends on what you are doing with your thoughts, depends on what you are focusing on. When your thought matches the reality of the top left and the bottom left quadrant, you will experience this reality. When your thought matches the reality of the top right and bottom right quadrant, you will experience this reality. You navigate the different realities by generating thoughts that match the different realities. Think about what you do not want, and you will be at the top left reality. Think about what is unwanted that is present in your life and you will be at the bottom left reality. Think about what you want and you will be at the top right reality. Think about what you already have, which means that the unwanted is absent, and you will be at the bottom right reality. Your thoughts determine which reality quadrant you will be in, just as your emotions will determine which reality quadrant you will be in. It is very important that you have the ability to be in charge of your thoughts. If you are not in charge of your thoughts, you will not be able to navigate from the reality that you do not prefer, to the reality that you do prefer. If you are not in charge of your thoughts, your priority is to commence a training program so that you can be in charge of your thoughts, so that you can be the captain of your ship and the master of your fate. This video was first published on the 20th of March 2020. This current updated version with a diagram was updated on the 4th of April 2020. The first video has been converted to a non-public version. Self-Mastery International. The 20th of March 2020, 0900 hours.